You know what's terrifying? Cavemen used to get attacked by a pack of hungry wolves while they snoozed. Yeah, you heard that right. They didn't just snore through the night, they were on a first-name basis with their predators. You are Grug. And today, Grug wants to know, why did cavemen sleep twice every night? Life in the Stone Age was like trying to find Wi-Fi in the middle of the wilderness. Every day was a struggle for survival, and sleeping was no different. When the sun went down, it was as if the entire world switched off. No streetlights, no glow of a phone screen, just pitch black and the sound of impending doom from lurking predators. Extremely cozy, right? Here's the deal, ancient humans practiced something called segmented sleep. That's fancy talk for taking a break in the middle of the night. First sleep after the sun went down, then around midnight, they woke up for an hour. What did they do during that hour? Did they scroll through their apps? Nope. They tended the fire, chatted quietly, or maybe psyched themselves up for battle against the neighbor's saber-toothed cat. But hey, here's the wild part, this midnight wake-up called for firewatch rotations. That means while some folks were resting, others were trying not to become a midnight snack for whatever had pointy teeth and a desire for human flesh. This makes Grug wonder. How did Grug miss out on the fire show party? Now let's count the ways this quirky sleep pattern helped ancient humans. Number 1, fire. Fire kept them warm, cooked their food, and scared off predators. Fire good. But now Grug must ask, why didn't they just use a nightlight? This was not IKEA, folks. Number 2, conversation. Nothing like late-night chats to bond with your buddies while keeping an eye out for danger. How was your day? Same old, spend it running from a mammoth. Very romantic, right? These are the types of situationship Grug can get behind. Number 3, problem solving. Imagine waking up at 3 in the morning with a brilliant idea to invent the wheel or figure out how to make a sharp rock. Inspiration strikes at odd hours when you're staring into a fire. But here's the crazy part, modern humans still have a taste for this segmented sleep. Ever wake up at 3 a.m. with your mind racing? You're just echoing your caveman ancestors. Thanks, evolution. You brought this one into the mix for fun. Here's number 4, family planning. Yep. Turns out, that midnight chat also led to some serious mating talk. Hey, wanna make cave babies while making sure the wolves don't eat us? Not quite the mood lighting Grug had in mind. And then there's number 5, predators receiving a complimentary entry to the Stone Age buffet. While some humans were dreaming, others were denying a wolf's late-night cravings. Sorry, wolf. Not today. Talk about multitasking. But it gets worse. Ever thought about all the times Grug tried to sleep through the night? It's not just about being tired in the morning. Without segmented sleep, Grug gets to rendezvous with insomnia. So many check-ins with the forest critters and the moon. This was nightly chaos. Meanwhile, some groups embraced a different style of sleep altogether. In Africa, some tribes practiced what's known as the two-sleep system. They would sleep in shifts around the fire. Now Grug wonders, did they sneak in some gossip about the tribe elder while keeping an eye on the fire? Very possible. And what about the natural selection part? Grug identifies with this idea. Sleep through the night without a fire? You might as well wear a sign saying, "Welcome, predators." It's survival of the slightly less silly, folks. So, what does all this mean for modern life? Well, we've traded midnight hangouts for Netflix and snacks. And guess what? Now Grug stays up way too late wondering why the remote is never nearby. Grug also can't figure out why bedtime became a time for scrolling instead of coziness and camping out by the fire. Things change, but do they change that much? In conclusion, while modern folks lie awake tossing and turning, Grug reflects on ancient sleepless nights. Grug envies those who shared stories under the stars and fought off hungry beasts for a cozy, safer sleep. So next time you wake up at 3 a.m. and can't fall back asleep, just remember, you're not alone. You are echoing the struggle of your prehistoric ancestors while you all scroll on your phones in bed. And there you have it. Midnights and mammoths, they make for one heck of a history lesson. Grug's still mad about the mammoth. Until next time, be kind, keep your fires close, and don't let the wolves bite. Want to learn more ridiculous truths about ancient humans? Catch Grug's next adventure. But let's dig deeper into this segment's sleep business, because, oh boy, it's like a never-ending cave party with way too many weird guests. Here's number 6, creativity. Yeah, you heard me right. Those late-night fire chats weren't just about avoiding predators but also about crafting tales that probably made Grug's uncle the first chairman of the board if there were boards back then. Imagine ancient humans telling ghost stories about the glowing eyes sneaking up on them. Grug's friend saw a ghost. Late-night snack or spicy meat? No way to tell. And for number 7, the midnight munchies. While some folks were minding their fire, you know Grug was sneaking some extra mammoth jerky. Nothing fuels creativity like a snack in the dark. Ever think about how many snacks could have been invented if cave dwellers had post-it notes? Reminder, grab more jerky at next woolly mammoth migration. But here's the kicker. Do you know how cavemen did some of their best hunting? They weren't waiting for sunrise like a bunch of sleepy heads. Oh no. They hunted at night. Those break-in sleep patterns aligned with late-night hunts. Predators were quite the trendsetters. While Grug hunts, what gear am I wearing? Should I wear a mammoth skin? Or go chic with these bare shoes? Now you can imagine that combination of midnight hunting and midnight conversations was like the ultimate mixtape of ancient life. Those discussions allowed them to share tips, tactics, or strategies like, don't go near that cave, Fred. Last time, that rock rolled out and scared away dinner. Moving on to number 8, shared skills training. You know how friends gather to learn new skills from each other? Imagine Grug trying to learn firemaking from his buddy. Keep your sticks moving, Grug. No, not like that. Like you mean it. You want fire, not steaming pile of sticks. But, of course, let's not forget number 9, really good alibi training. Picture this, where were you last night? Oh, you know, just tending the fire, having a deep chat about the best way to scare off dinosaurs. You wouldn't get it. That ability to be tight-lipped while plotting late-night shenanigans? Priceless. Now, let's add a bit of flair, some caveman pair bonding. Number 10, relationships were not just sparks from the fire. You'd build alliances while watching out for the shadows lurking near the edges of camp. Picture you and your tribe discussing the merits of teamwork and hunting while suddenly deciding you prefer just talking about the juicy bits, if you catch my drift. But while they were developing these relationships, debt was never a concept they navigated. Grug thinks back, no credit cards, no borrow meat, pay next mammoth season. Only raw survival was on the menu. You didn't know anything but your life to the fire and a sharp rock. Contrast this with modern life, and hey, guess who's hunting high and low for the next paycheck? And it gets crazier. Want to know one of the biggest drives behind segmented sleep? Communities were tight-knit, and nothing recruited warriors faster than sleep deprivation. How? You're up, I'm up, we're all up. Time for more hunting drills. Instead of prepping for a big day of work tomorrow, how about prepping for survival in the wild? Time to either become a great hunter or the main course. But hang on. We must circle back to how this ancient sleep system reflects our modern psyche. Ever heard of stress-related insomnia? Yeah, modern humans can't seem to escape their own brains. Next time you find yourself at 3 a.m. overthinking your life, just remember it runs in the family tree. Think of your ancestors nodding off by the fire, debating whether the moon was a great hunter in disguise. If I just stare at too hard, wolf, does it go away? And here's something to chew on, some anthropologists believe segmented sleep was more common than we think. Modern researchers peeling back the layers have found reports of this in Africa, Europe, and even parts of Asia. Talk about a global philosophy. Engaging in round-the-clock creativity, midnight strategy discussions, and hours of defending against hypothetical burglar sneaks. Grug can only imagine the colorful debates around every fire. Let's toss in one last kicker to this story. Ever think about dreams? Those segmented nights were a hotbed of dreaming. What do you think they dreamt of? Probably hunting more mammoths or crafting the world's first fishing rod. Or were they just dreaming in existential crisis? I woke up and realized, I am nothing but food for mighty predator. What is life? Grug here has mixed feelings on this too. Imagine taking that midnight break and wandering off into dreamland. A pack of woolly mammoths? Grug can ride one. Wait a minute, is that a saber-toothed cat chasing me? Not much sleep left over when you're training to fend off imaginary beasts. But here's the fun part, does dreaming reflect our ancient adaptations? Is dreaming simply our mind sorting through survival tactics and preparing for the worst? Time to wrap up. Grug wonders, has modern life improved our sleep situation? Or have we just made it more complicated with our 3 a.m. Netflix binges? From bonfires to phone screens, how far have we wandered, I ask you? Look around. Guests are picking through frozen pizzas in the fridge, contemplating midnight snacks, while you scroll through social media wondering, why can't my life be as cool as a caveman's? So, whenever you find yourself awakened by a racing mind at 3 a.m., reclaim the gift of segmented sleep. Honor those ancient bonding moments and dream big, maybe not about woolly mammoths, but how about overcoming a rogue bear? Grug's still mad about that mammoth. Until next time, friends. Remember, keep your fire close, keep the wolves on their toes, and never underestimate the power of shared stories around that warm glow. Want more absurd truth nuggets about those old-timey humans? Keep your eyes peeled for Grug's next adventure.